Hello and welcome here to a pre-season friendly between Stocksbridge Park Seals and a Chesterfield 11. I am your commentator Adam Allcroft here. We are sponsored by Jason Rawson, carpet fitter and supplier. And well, it's drizzling, it's rainy, it's very grey in the sky. What better way to welcome us back here to Stocksbridge Park Seals as the teams here just do their handshakes and high five before the game. So this is as we get back to here to Brackenmore, our first game since that Hebburn one, all the way back in April. It feels so long ago, but it's so good to be back here at Stocksbridge Park Steels at home in a friendly against Chesterfield football clubs. Under 23s, so there may be some first teams. We've heard a few different things, not entirely sure in all honesty. We haven't been given a team sheet, as is a recurring theme of pre-season. So we are going to quickly run through the Stocksbridge team, and you will notice there's a few names here that you will not know. So in goal is Ben Townsend, then it's Austin, Jack Tinker, Alex O'Connor, Dan Grierson, and Bailey Ty Baker, Lucas Bell, Luke Needham, Luke Rawson, Luca DeFalco, and McElvanny. So as you will have noticed, there's a few players you won't know there. They are players that have come through the under-18s here and will be playing here and given a chance in front of the Stocksbridge faithful, a chance to impress the coach staff. Ian Richards on holiday today, but Pete Goldthroat and Mark Fretwell, the reserves manager, in charge. Also Ross Goodwin, Jordan Lemon on the touchline here as well, who are helping out with coaching duties today instead of being on the pitch. They were. Ben Townsend, by the way, has taken the captain's armband, and well, God help us all on that one, I suppose. As we look forward to kickoff, referee is just giving our final few checks. As I say, we don't have a Chesterfield 11 for you here. We look forward to seeing how this game goes. Two very youthful sides, expecting an energetic one. A lot of players with a lot to prove. Every one of these players wants to be in the first team coming next season. Some might have better chances than others. Some are more guaranteed it than others. But a good performance here will catch the eye, as well as warm you up for the coming season. And here we go. Stocksbridge Park Seals kick the game off here in the yellow shirt, blue shorts and blue socks, kicking from left to right, while Chesterfield Football Club in the blue shirt, red shorts and red socks, kicking from right to left. A bit of an unusual combination for the young Spyrites here, as Baker just heads one away, goes to Tinker here on the left-hand side, who takes it forward. Going to knock one over the top to Chase. Rawson's going to pay chase, but I think it's just going to bounce comfortably for the Chesterfield goalkeeper to claim here. Start exactly on half-time, which is a nice thing. And there's a block off there. And goes out for a Stocksbridge throw-in after the initial clearance was gone out. Austin there with the touch right back. Definitely interesting to see a few of these different players. We've seen a few of them. Needham has already featured in the pre-season already. Scored against Maltby Main in that 4-1 win over there. As DeFalco heads on forward, Rawson's going to try and race onto that, fighting for it, but just beaten out there. And DeFalco tries to get in the end of that, but Chesterfield will clamber away here. So after we just have to break just to let someone pass on to the press bench here, and it's going to be a corner kick here for Stocksbridge. Good opportunity for the Seals to try and get an early lead against this youthful Chesterfield side. And the loudest man on the bench is Ross Goodwin, who we can hear above absolutely everyone else. Here comes the ball and looking for the far post, headed away by Chesterfield. Not back in, it can be on second ball. Shot goes towards goal, nothing much on it. Easily claimed by the goalkeeper, but good fighting from the Stocksbridge team to get that second ball and at least have an attempt on goal there. Stocksbridge playing better so far in this first half, in the first minutes of the game. Ball goes on from Chesterfield, but going to be headed back away before it's pegged right back there. Back in the Stocksbridge defence. Grayson being harassed, but he's turned really well before clearing up field. Gets it here to Rawson, knocks it back now to DeFalco, takes a touch, goes behind back to Alex O'Connor, playing probably the most defensively so far in this one, as he's going to carry it forward here. And he continues to go forward, going down left wing to DeFalco. Good play from Stocksbridge. Cross going in, look for the far post. Unmarked man there, but it's too far from, goes out for a goal kick. McElveny, the man, trying to advance under the right of it there. Going to go out here for a goal kick. Hey, look, Sam Ewins has friends, I see, who've come to the game. Quite a few here today. It'll be nice to see. Just sport to these young sides out here today. Great to see so many soccer players given a chance to advance here. That's what it's all about. Obviously, we've seen that Ollie Novak is not going to be involved today. He's got a great opportunity to be in the first team next year. Not playing in this game, but will feature throughout the season. His Tinker just has the ball here for a throw in. Hello, Adam Teasdale, tuning in from Morocco. Can't believe you're being sunny Morocco rather than here, as there's a pass back to the Chesterfield keeper. Going to be advanced by DeFalco, and he has to kick it out for a throw in, or else if he'd gone straight on, could have been blocked by the local lad there. Throwing now for the Steels in a good position on the left wing here. So it's Tinker with the throw now. Jake waiting time here as he goes into Needham, gives it back to Tinker. Good touch, lays it off, still into midfield to DeFalco. Cross goes in, block. Rawson will fight for it, so will Needham, and he's running it there, gets it to Rawson, but it's cleared away by the final foot. Then to Baker, but he's going to boot it back, but believe there is going to be a free kick, and there's actually a stoppage because one of the Stockbridge players is down injured, and Sam Ewins will race on there. Luke Rawson was the one backing him on. Trying to see who it might be. I think it might be Lucas Bell there, who's down injured. One of the top performers for the under-18s last year. Scored a fantastic goal against Emily in the FA Youth Cup. Oh, one of those that has been tipped for good things, as some of the Stocksbridge bench now we've been told to warm up now. Just hello saying, just we've got a few more comments here while we just got a bit of a break, as the Chesterfield have sent a physio on to help out, and Chesterfield's going to go back as well. So this is not becoming a bit alarming here. We've got two physios there, and Ben Townsend's headed over as well. Ben Townsend, I think, giving the thumbs up. So we're going to have a substitution within 3 minutes. Lucas Bell I think, is the man who is down. I'm entirely sure. Sorry, with the young players, I'm not, because we haven't got the clear numbers. It's hard to tell sometimes who's playing not. So I do apologise if it is a mistaken identity, but I'm fairly confident it is. Oh, that's looks like his arm is just completely out of place there. It looks like I think it was just a freak accident as he was going for the ball there, and it's very, very unfortunate. And it's going to be a very, very early substitution here. One of the younger lads is coming on. And yes, either a shoulder or an arm injury for, I believe that is Lucas Bell. Just see Ben Townsend's come over to try and detail the injury, and it's not a good one, unfortunately. So it's just heartbreaking to see just a few minutes into this match, and obviously first time he's playing for the first team, gets a big round of applause from the Brackenmore faithful here as he heads off here, and we will again try and keep you updated with Lucas as we find out a bit more, and it's the number 16 coming on here for Stocksbridge. We will try and find out who that is in particular. So the game has now resumed here. Tinker on the ball. And it's blocked out before the shot goes in from Needham, and he blares that one well over, but gets applause for the effort from the Steels fans. Bounced into the road, but had so much power on it. I think it's gone off the back of the opposite wall road and into the ground again. Yeah, as we just said, we will try and, when we have our post-match interviews, we will try and keep you updated with Lucas Bell and try and get some updates as from over the next few days. Goalkeeper for Chesterfield sends it long. Head back away by Baker and out for a throw into Chesterfield. Very rainy day here at Stocksbridge, but the pitch in its first outing handling it well. 7 minutes into this game, though, we've had a long 4-minute stoppage because of that injury. As the play, switch play, but it's a poor ball. McAvenny's just gone onto it, but he just can't get past his man. The left back, Chesterfield saving things, but gives it there to Austin, but he can't get past the man either. Good defending there now. Chesterfield have won it high up the pitch. The number 9 on it, he's going to advance on it. Gets clipped over by Alex O'Connor. It's a free kick to Chesterfield in a good position. It's there with their first advance forward as well. Big opportunity now for Chesterfield early on into this game. Number 10 stand over it. I haven't actually sent many people forward. I imagine that we're going to see a bit of a short one here. Or even a shot on goal. Just genuinely interested because obviously we're so used with non-league teams for the big punt into the box and get a big man on it. Youth teams will not be doing that. Number 10 is going to take the shot. He's taking it low, blocked by Luke Rawson and out for a throw-in on the left wing here. They're going to move quickly, Chesterfield. Stocksbridge players moving quickly as well to try and pick up their men, and that has slowed it down enough that we won't get the quick off. But here comes a throw in. Deflected enough by Needham, goes through to McAvenny, lose the ball, but gets a free kick there. Steels will come away with the ball. So yeah, so we're just going to see some comments here. Mark K saying, "Come on, Steels, let's keep building confidence." UTS and Football Away Days, who I've seen you've been following us quite a bit recently. Started following Stockbridge recently, hoping to get to the FA Cup game. Yep, that FA Cup game on the 7th, probably on the 19th, and it'll be against at home. It's either Loughborough Dynamo or Cleethorpes Town. Ball going on here to McAvenny. Chests it down well. Just kind of keep it in here. He is going to do well, but he's got man behind him. Going to try and get across. And comes off a Chesterfield man, but that takes sting off it. The number 4's collected in the box. And there's a tackle there from Austin there. It's going to be out here, goal kick. Hard work from the right back, who'd come up quite high to try and win them, but can't get a look there, and it's out for a goal kick. 9 minutes going in this game. It's 0-0 between Stocksbridge Park Seals and Chesterfield FC. Oh, I can smell those brilliant pies already from the fans here. Even though I've had a massive meal before that, I'm feeling hungry already. Fantastic food here, as usual, from our fantastic cafe, who you can sponsor now for £100 if you want to sponsor the tea room. Head over to stocksbridgeps.co.uk, sponsor the tea room and make the best pies in the league, in my opinion. Townsend just clears one up to DeFalco, who allows it bounce over his head, and he's going to try and get behind the number 2, and he does get it really well. Faces up with the number 2, cuts inside, physically wins that battle, passes back to O'Connor, poor touch, but then spins out with the second one. He's back to Tinker, who's going to carry it forward. Got DeFalco on his left, got a few other options. Going to carry on all the way, then slips it to DeFalco on the left, who has to race to get it. Sliding tackle stops him, and it's going to be a throwing close to the flag. Stocksbridge continuing to have more of the positive play in the early part of this game. Brown goes into Needham there, forced backwards, and he's going to have to pass it back, then back to Tinker, who passes it back. He's going to go midfield for O'Connor. Short pass is cut out and intercepted. O'Connor gets back onto it, though. Gives it to Baker, who's going to carry the ball forward. Baker in centre-back today, unusual position. He's going to carry it all the way forward. Looks through Needham there, but it's deflected and well defended by Chesterfield. Falco has it on the left, back to Tinker. Then through here to O'Connor, who spends a bit too much time on the ball, and he's tackled, and Chesterfield have won it high up, and they're going to try the quick pass to get it to their number 10 on the left-hand side. He is going to get it. Baker facing up with him. Cuts inside, but well tackled by Baker. And Baker's going to clear it upfield. McAvenny heads it on for Rawson, who tries to haul it down, but has to stretch a bit too far for it. The 35 at centre-back for Chesterfield has got it. Now it's back to the goalkeeper. He's going to now send it long here. And it's a poor ball. It's just going to go right back to Townsend, who I believe is the oldest person on the pitch right now. Just saw Charlie Oglesby, who's not going to be featuring in his game, send the how do you fellow kids memes. There's an attack here for Stocksbridge. Rawson gets it on the left-hand side. He's going to be forced back to goal, but he's going to turn, try and chip the ball into the box and be headed away there. Could have left that. No one was there for it. But it's going to go back to DeFalco, who's looking for the overlap, and O'Connor was there, but instead he's going to put the ball in right-footed. No one there. Keeper is going to collect it. The rain continues to pour here at Brecon Moor as it is a bit of a miserable night. Yeah. Right. I know the British like talking about all the weather quite a lot, but oh my lord, has it been difficult this summer? Well, hopefully we'll get to India somewhere later on to make up for this, as Chesterfield had an attack stopped by the offside flag there. What? Number 10 here for Chesterfield does look quite old, doesn't he? Oh, we do have a senior Chesterfield player there. Is that Danny Rowe? Oh, so it's Danny Rowe, actually, one of the first teams here for Chesterfield today. So, ball going long here, headed alongside Rawson, and it's going to be an offside flag on Stocksbridge there. Bit like the Clubstone game, quite both teams got caught out offside on a few occasions. And then back into defence, and it's going to be in defence before cleared by Chesterfield, looking long for Baker. Baker will head it away, then through to Needham, takes the touch back to Tinker. Tinker controls, then back here to Townsend, and then across to Baker. He's going to take the touch and carry it forward. Baker's going to knock it long, looking for Rawson. Head aside out of 6, and it's going to be played on a handball, and the Chesterfield right back not given. I say not given. After a few seconds, the referee finally makes a decision and gives it as a handball. Steels have an opportunity from a free kick, quite central, about 40 yards out. Difficult one to put into the box just from the way it is, almost like central perfectly. Is Alex O'Connor who's going to take it. Obviously, no Thomas Poole or Kurt Stone or even Luke Hogg here. So O'Connor here will choose his options. He's got options to the right, to the left as well. Nicholas O'Connor is going to go for the shot here, and not too far wide of the bottom right corner for the goalkeeper. Keeper had to dive to make sure it went wide, but it was not touched by anyone. It's going to be a goal kick. O'Connor decided against the ball and going for the spectacular. So, by the way, with the under-18 player that we don't know that's come on for Stockbridge, came on for Lucas Bell. We'll try and see if we can get Dave Town, our secretary, who knows all the under-18s, see if we can find out from him a bit later, as it's touched on by the 9 and for Chesterfield, but Townsend comes out, clears it out, and it's coming into the number 4, who doesn't control it particularly, but he gets it, and he's going to try and spin it onto the left wing, but it's overhit and out for a throw in here. 14 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 between Stockbridge Park Steels and Chesterfield Football Club. Austin here with a throw-in. Taking his time now, instead of going the short option, he is going to go long, looking for Rawson. Rawson allows it to bounce, but he gives the free kick away with a push on him, and Rawson doesn't look particularly happy with that. As he faces his former team, he's been part of this Chesterfield youth team before. As he goes back to centre defence, just seen Sam Ewins has returned to the bench following the treatment on Lucas Bell in the changing room. So hopefully we'll hear everything's okay with him, and he won't be out for too long, as DeFalco tried to win the ball up high, but while he did get the tackle off, he did go out and play for a throw in here. Out here on the right-hand side. Actually, quite a healthy crowd has built up here at Brackenmore to watch this match. As the throwing goes into the number 10, but that's fine. Well tackled here by O'Connor. Tries to get to the number 2, and he does get a touch onto it, but no one's there to get the touch on, and Chesterfield will be able to clear it. Grierson collects at centre-back. Grierson controls it well, tries to get the pass through to 10. I think a bit ambitious, that one. Would have relied on a mistake, and Chesterfield will build from the back again. They get it into midfield, and now to the 11 on the left wing. Trying to get the beating of Austin here, carrying on down it, and he's got the beating of Austin there. Appeals for a foul, not given, but Baker boots it out of play, and it's out for a throw-in now. Good play there from the number 11, just getting the beating of Austin on that occasion. And now the 36 will come up here. So very central, then back to the 36. Then back centrally, well tackled there by our unknown player. As it goes to Rawson now, tries to get it down the line, tries to find McElveny, but it's a good slide and challenge. Gets away from our unknown player for Stocksbridge as well. And then a foul there from Stocksbridge, not sure what it was. I feel like we're being a bit tougher on the fouls than we would typically be in a non-league game. Maybe because of the amount of youngsters here. And now it's going to be quickly played, but then out for A throw into Chesterfield. Looking to take it quickly, but instead he'll have to go short and then back here to the left back, then into midfield again. They're going to carry build on. Miss side on McElvenney. He actually, I say misses. He got the back of his ankle there. It's going to be a free kick to Chesterfield and a deserved one. McElvenney completely missed timing. Line tackle is quickly taken. This Chesterfield one. Well, as I say, it's going to be quickly taken. The referee decides now he's going to stop that and have a chat to McElvenney and warn him about any future things. I will say it's about 5 yards further up than the actual was taken. It goes to 11 here. Well tackled by Baker, who's having a great game in central defence today. Gets it back into central midfield for Chesterfield. It's their longest period possession and pressure at the moment, but they are going to have to give it all the way back to the goalkeeper as Fretwell here shouting out the orders, the reserves manager, newly appointed for this season, getting a promotion from the under-18s job. And there was appeals on handball for the Chesterfield player in the box there. Definitely wasn't. It was very light, but here comes the counter-attack from Chesterfield, but well headed away by Tinker. Gets it to Austin, touches it on to the unknown player, but big crunching challenge on the number 6. That's going to go get applause from the home fans here, as Townsend here will take a touch. He knows he's at a non-league ground and it's a non-league fair tackle to go with. Spreads it out to Tinker, brings it in well. Just looks for the run there of Needham, but he can't control it, and it's gathered well away, and they're going to try and get it to the left wing row, but it's behind their 11 Chesterfield, and it's going to be a throw-in on that right-hand side. Thrown in and back to Austin. Takes it inside to a good turn, trying to get into the box, tries to take the shot, and it's at the near post, well claimed. It's had a bit of fizz to it, that shot, but at the near post, it was always going to be easily claimed by the goalkeeper. Still 0-0 here at Brackenmore between Stocksbridge Steels and Chesterfield FC. Hey, with it being 19 minutes gone so far, O'Connor moves it on to DeFalco. Looks to turn on the inside. Looks through DeFalco. He does get through DeFalco. He's going to advance into the box at 1 man. He takes the shot. Well in from Luke Rawson. It's 1-0 to the Steels. Lovely little slip through ball from Luke DeFalco. Rawson controls it round the number 6 and then smashes it home. It's a fantastic goal from Luke Rawson, who has been in such incredible form this pre-season. His 6th goal of this warm-up period. And he scores it against his former team, Chesterfield.
Great.
A fantastic play from Rawson. I said he didn't have pre-season here last year, Luke Rawson. You do wonder how much that affected his form, especially at the start of the season, because in pre-season, now he has this pre-season, he's been doing fantastically well. Scored so many goals, and as he scores that, his dad comes out of the coffee. I hope he caught it there. And obviously his dad also sponsors us, so that helps with the praise for Rawson as well. Back into the Chesterfield defence now. Cleared up by the Spyrites. Tinker will head it back into midfield. O'Connor collects. Will carry a bit. Turns away from his man. Slips it through here to Needham. Then gets it onto the left. Tries to get it to DeFalco. DeFalco can't get it. Under control. And it's going to go out for a throw-in here. Into midfield and back and cleared up. And it's going to go all the way back to Townsend now. Who's going to allow it to go out, and then he's going to carry that into his own box before taking it right back out again. And he's looking for his option. He's going to look for DeFalco here. This ball finds him really well. DeFalco chests it down, gets it in feet, tries to find Needham there, but it's blocked out for a throw into the Steels. So 21 minutes gone, 1-0 to the Steels. Ball here onto the left wing to DeFalco, and he's going to earn a corner after passing it off one of the Chesterfield defenders. Stocksbridge doing really well so far in this game. It's a mixture of first teamers and under 18s who are graduating into the reserve side for next year. And it's another good opportunity from this corner kick. Most players going up, only the unknown midfielder. And Tinker staying back, ball going in, misses the header there. Bailey Baker actually. It's the unknown who puts the ball back in, but after taking a deflection, it is cleared by Chesterfield. Tinker's going to try and put it back on the left wing, but it's been intercepted, and Chesterfield will look to see what they can build out of this now. They're going to knock it over the top, but no one's really there to run onto it. Goes back to Townsend now. Not really had much to do yet in this game other than spray it out, and spray it out he does there to Austin. Cuts back a bit, takes a few steps back to Baker, who then spreads it out now to Grierson. who has had a really good pre-season, earned the signing here after being on trial. And Baker's going to carry it forward a bit, and then he's not sure what option to take, so he's going to get it all the way back to Townsend. There's a decision from Baker, so he takes the safe option before Townsend sends it long, looking for McIlvenny, who heads it on, looking for Rawson. Nick takes it down on his knee, back to McIlvenny. So out here to Austin, who's looking for the 1-2 back to Rawson. It's a good idea, just overhit and out for a throw-in to Chesterfield. So back here at the left back position for Chesney. Thrown here, cleared away. Hey, they're going to collect it with Danny Rowe, the senior forward here. But it comes off his chest, and it's going to be a Stocksbridge throw in now. And in front here to Needham. He's tackled though, Needham. Well tackled by the number 8, looking to slip through his man, but while it was a good run there, spot by Baker, and he's going to switch it quickly to the left wing. DeFalco collects it. He's got O'Connor as a runner. Instead, DeFalco's going to try and get it through the centre, but it's well intercepted. Out to Baker now for Steels. He's trying to get all the way through, but he's tackled, and it could be a counter-attack with Baker out of position. They're trying to slip through the forward, but Townsend has come out, blazes the ball away. And now Rawson's going to try and see if he can turn this into an attack. He hooks it down well. Going to go into the box, but the touch just a bit too heavy. And he goes to the goalkeeper. Good awareness from Rawson to realise that could be turned into attack. Chesterfield defence had fallen asleep for a bit, but it's going to go back to him in the end. Chesterfield will look to build an attack now, but it's intercepted and headed out by Tinker, and out to Needham, and controls it back now to Tinker again. Gives it centrally now to Grayson, who's just going to control a bit. Taking it forward, and he's looking for the run of DeFalco, but it's first to it by their centre back before it's cleared away by the goalkeeper, and then going to go into the midfield. And Chesterfield will just control possession for a bit as it goes back to their goalkeeper. Sent long here before being intercepted by Tinker. Tinker's going to slice a clearance forward. It's going to be the unknown midfielder who can't get to it, but it's headed away from him, but it's going to go back to McIlvenny, who's looking for the runner Rawson on the right wing. Finds him well. He needs some options now, Rawson, because he's got very little on at the moment. He's forced backwards and has to get back to Bailey Baker, who's going to clip a ball forward that Austin's going to try and head it in. He misses the header, Austin, and he's going to be followed out of play now for a goal kick. Good game so far for the Steels, who have played really well. Sammy Fox is going to be back apparently soon after his holiday, so we'll look forward to that. Anyway, 25 minutes gone in this game so far. It's 1-0 to the Steels. A fantastic, powerful effort from Luke Rawson. As it's with Grayson, who lays it off to left back, takes a touch. And it's a poor touch there from Tinker, and it goes out of play. Chesterfield will get the ball in the Steels' half now. Gives it back there to right back, and it's going to go all the way back now to their goalkeeper. And now they're going to pass it short to the 6, and he's just going to carry it forward. He's going to look for the runner Rowe, and Rowe did look like he had the beating of Grayson, but instead it's going to go back to Townsend, bit too overhit. Grayson has it now, looking for the run of DeFalco on the left-hand side, but headed away from him into midfield for O'Connor. Tinker actually. Tinker's going to carry it forward, tries to slip through Rawson. Rawson gets on the left-hand side, clear. He's looking for the space, looks for the curling shot, and it's wide of the far post there. Great work from Rawson to outmuscle his defender. He looks annoyed because he didn't get the finish on that occasion, but it's good work from him again to get in the box and get the space when it didn't really look too much on to begin with. Back for a goal kick now for the goalkeeper to take. Not forward in, trying to get to number 2. Has to work hard to keep it in. I thought he kept it in, the linesman says otherwise, and it's a very, very bad way to give away a throw in there. Chesterfield's side looking a bit rough at times. Yeah, it's just taking some time for this throw in to go in. Tinker's the man heading up to go take this throw in. Tinker will get into box to a completely free man ball going in. Look for Rawson. Rawson missed the volley, but McIlvenny was trying to collect it on the right wing, but Chesterfield able to carry it away, and he's trying to keep that play pending as Fretwell orders the instruction not to let him out and said they have to clear it away, but Chesterfield get it back now. Going to get it down left hand side. Rowe leaves it, And Grayson able to collect it in defence. Another attack not working out here for the Spirites. Back here for Townsend. Townsend going to carry it forward now. Take a few steps forward before knocking it long, looking for the left-hand side. And it's well hauled down there by DeFalco. He's going to take it past one man on the left. Look through, take past another one, and Needham carries on with it back to DeFalco. DeFalco takes a shot deflected and then out play for a corner. It's superb, silky football from the Steels, and it earns them a corner. Really good play from Luke DeFalco, taking on two men, and then great interplay between him and Luke Needham. And then also just had a message here from Claire Lawrence on Twitter saying it was Luke's great-grandfather's funeral today, his biggest support and also at Chesterfield. Luke wanted to score for his granddad tonight. Corner just going in here, headed away by Chesterfield, but going to be clear, headed away, and actually Steels will continue the attack here. Yeah, goes to the back to the left-hand side, looking for this cross in, goes beyond McElvenney, gets it centre now to Grayson. Grayson going to look for the crossfield ball, looking here, headed on and headed towards goal there by the Stocksbridge attacker, but couldn't keep it on target. Yeah, so sounds like Luke was will be very happy to dedicate that goal to his great granddad today. Obviously Luke being a big Chesterfield fan, having come through that youth system, and his great grandfather obviously helping pass that on to him, and his funeral today. Great for what. Obviously, sometimes it's easy to ignore pre-season goals, but a very special one for Luke today. Ball Chesterfield cleared out, and the pressing from Steele's working because they cleared out. It's out for a throw in the Chesterfield half. Good opportunity now for Chesterfield, for Stocksbridge, to continue this pressure. Throwing going down line here. Going to the left-hand side to Luca DeFalco again, looking to get the ball in. He's going to try, but he's there, but he's been passed down block to O'Connor, who gets it to Needham. Got his shirt pulled there, and he loses the ball because of it. No free kick given, and Chesterfield will look to break, but he's been blocked off well by Tinker, who's helping with that attack initially. Chesterfield do get the ball back here on the right-hand side, and they're trying to build forward, but eventually they pass it off their own legs, and well, I say off their own legs, you can get him off Steel's man left, and they're going to take the quick throw in here to try and find number 9, but well stopped by Grayson there, who is going to now pass it back to Townsend. Townsend will just carry it with him for a bit and then send it long, looking for DeFalco here, who just can't get it down. That tough ball there forward, and it is going to be a throw-in. So while we have this bridge play for this throw-in, just want to thank our sponsors here. Without our sponsors, Stocksbridge Park Steels could not continue. We could not work. It's their support that really helps us fund everything across the entire club, not just the first team, as Austin does a really good touch there. So we just want to thank our sponsors here: Airflow, UC Build, Presto, Steel FC, DB Sports, Future Fires, GenFab, and Bradford Brewery. If you want to join that list of sponsors, and we really would like you to do so, please go to the Stocksbridge Presto website. Stocksbridge on the attack here, actually. McElvenney looking for it, ball going in, look for the far post, hits the bar, that cross. That's like a side shot goes in and beyond the far post there. Going to take a deflection. It's a corner kick to the Steels. But yes, if you want to support the club and a sponsorship, please go to stocksbridgeps.co.uk. You can see our various sponsorships on that page there, whether you want to sponsor the stadium, sponsor a player, have an advertising order. You can actually buy most of them directly on the website there. So please help us out. It's a fantastic way to support a great non-league club and without these sponsors we wouldn't be able to operate. Here comes the corner and look for the far post. Chesterfield get the first touch and then they clear it away on the second one as well. The unknown midfielder is going to advance onto it here. He heads it back to Tinker, hooks it away. Needham fights for the ball well, gives it to Austin, and Austin tries to break through and then break through with a sliding challenge. Gets to Rawson, and then O'Connor didn't seem to commit on the right wing back run, and he goes out of play for a throw-in. 31 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 1-0 to the Steels. A goal from Luke Rawson that he's dedicating to his great granddad today, whose funeral it was, a Chesterfield fan. Here to DeFalco on the left-hand side. Heavy touch goes backwards and cuts into central midfield. Now he's going to look for the crossfield, looking for McElvenney, but just goes a bit short. But they head back into McElvenney's shin, but still with Chesterfield. They managed to get away, getting pressure from the Stocksbridge field here, but they have managed to avoid that. And get it into defence and then clear it upfield. And O'Connor's going to clip away now, back with Tinker. Now with Rowe, who's going to slip through the attacker. It's a good pass from Rowe, but Townsend has come out well to collect, and Townsend will now clear it upfield. And DeFalco will look to chase this with the number 2 on it, and number 2 has to just boot it away. Still in play here as it's being collected by Needham, and then back into defence, and then back all the way to Townsend. Townsend now will send it long, and it's just unable to be kept in by DeFalco there. It's throwing now on this right-hand side. Good play here from Stocksbridge throughout this first half. Well going on, but not long here from Chesterfield, and it's going to go back to Townsend now. So Chesterfield haven't really done much in attacking so far in this first half. You do wonder if maybe they'll have some extra fitness going into the second, considering obviously this is a full-time outfit. It's been very, very impressive for the Steels so far, as Grayson carries it. He's going to send it long, looking here for DeFalco, but the offside flag is up on him. Thing is, what makes me more impressive, I remember a completely senior Stocksbridge side facing the Chesterfield youth side a few years ago, back in 21, and Chesterfield would run out 3-0 winners. It was a very simple win for Chesterfield out one, where Stocksbridge looked outmatched by them, and just shows you how much the club has come along over the last few years. As the ball goes long here, Townsend, going to boot out. It's going to be kept in here, but it is going to be back in the Chesterfield midfield here. Back into defence, and then still in defence, Chesterfield going to pass the ball to the 11, who gets immediately challenged by Austin. It's a good win in challenge. Austin is going to carry it forward as well. He's going to lose out there, but he gets it back, and Austin's just going to carry on with it before another tackle goes in, but he earns a free kick, for which I think was a very light one there, personally, but the Steels will get the set piece. Yeah. So, going to be a free kick here. O'Connor's the one standing over it. I don't think he'll take a shot from this one like he did with the last free kick he got. So, back for O'Connor, who's got a few options to the left-hand side of the box. It is towards the right, 40 yards out this. And most players have gone forward here. Austin is an option to the right. And here comes the ball in, looking for the far end, and it's just going to be headed away by the Chesterfield into their own goalkeeper's arms. Steels haven't really been able to make most of these set pieces so far in the game. 34 minutes gone in this one. It is 1-0 to Stocksbridge. As thrown out here to the right-hand side, kept in well. There's a bit of a cool breeze here. You would not think it's July, looking at the weather we've got right now. And it's back into their central defence, and then continues to be in their central defence before being cleared away. Down by Rowe, gets it to the right back, and they knock it down the line, and it's deflected off DeFalco. Will be a throw-in to Chesterfield just before the end of their half. Throws it into their 7. DeFalco challenging, pressing now, forcing him back, and they do get the pass off into defence midfield. Bit of pass here to the left-hand side to their number 11. Look to get the beating of Austin. Austin forcing back now. He has to go into central midfield after being blocked off on that route. Back to the front and back into central defence, and all the way back now to the goalkeeper. And he gets it into central defence. Then to the number 4, he takes it short, and it's well tackled there by that unknown midfielder. We will get his name up during half time, but he loses the ball as he takes forward, and then he trips him up there and gives away the free kick. It was immediately after Mark Cretwell here shouted, "Don't foul." Bit of a delay, and I don't think he's particularly happy with that as well, that decision. Chesterfield get the ball back now, back with the goalkeeper, and into central defence as they build from the back to Spyrites, who will try to go through, but Austin intercepts, but the unknown, it advances to the unknown midfielder. It just a bit of a heavy touch, and it's back with Chesterfield now. It's on the left wing with their 8, who's looking to turn and find some space somewhere. He does find it, but his passer is intercepted by Baker, who takes the short one to Needham, who's being tackled from behind there. The man on not working effectively there, as the number 7 is going to get it to the right-hand side. And he's been blocked off there, and he's going to have to go in to the centre here, and then passed out and out to play for a throw-in now. Still playing really well so far in this game. I'm just waiting for this friend to as Tinker carries on forward here. throwing down the line and then going to be touched on, but no one is there to get it. And it's going to be back in the Chesterfield defence. You've got your way around way as well. So back for Chesterfield now in their defence. And they're going to knock it long here before being intercepted here by Stocksbridge. Backed all the way to Townsend now. Townsend will take a few touches here. Just before, and he's just time what to do with it. He's now going to send that long looking for the run, but it's just going to go through absolutely everyone and back to the goalkeeper. If a striker gambled, then they might have had a chance because the 35 defender here did slip over as that went through. And Stockton won the ball, but up through Austin again. Austin was very high, but the unknown fielder loses it, but then he gets it through to McElveny after winning it back. Now back with Baker, who's intercepted his pass ball forward, and this could be a counter attack here. Comes off the, well, I thought it was off the hand of Grace, so nothing given there. I think he got away with a few of those this pre-season. The clearance is bouncing a bit awkwardly, but it's well headed out of play by the Chesterfield defender with Rawson trying to bulldoze his way through again. So he's back on the right-hand side. The unknown midfielder going to put low cross in. I think it was defended by O'Connor here, but it's cleared away by Chesterfield. Austin tries to head it back in, but it's just going to go be collected by Chesterfield. Austin goes in with another foot in. Austin having a good game here, right back here, as it's now. But Chesterfield have got the ball back, and it's going to be back to being their goalkeeper. Knocks it long here, headed on, and something I look a bit unaware of. Brown Statman Grayson could just run onto it, and now he's going to pass it all the way back to Townsend now, who's going to take the touch, slip it through here to the number 4 midfielder, Alex O'Connor. All weird numbers that they wear during pre-season. Him over to Tinkers, he gets forward, it's a good run as Needham here. Takes past one man, finds a runner DeFalco on left wing who has space. DeFalco bulldozes down the left, gets past one man, slips a bit, and that does allow the tackle to go in, but DeFalco's going to keep it. DeFalco here looking for an option, and he had no one in midfield, and that pass is going to be intercepted. But then it's tackled, and DeFalco has it back again. Gets a bit of a trip here, but nothing given. Back on the left-hand side, Tinker here. Tinker puts the cross in, and it's just about got away by Chesterfield. It was off the heel of the defender. They got a bit lucky there, Chesterfield, and Steele's getting a bit unlucky that they weren't able to knock that in at the end. Back it through to Rawson, who's going to press forward and looking for the right wing here of their right winger of McAvenny. Back to Austin, and he's going to bulldoze forward again. And he's continuing forward, and he's trying not to foul as they tussle for it. There is a foul given against Stocksbridge, though. Austin having adjudged to a foul during that little tussle they had for the ball there. I just thought that was a good physical play from both players, to be honest. Ball going long. Grayson tried to head it way clear, but he doesn't, and he's under some pressure from the 9. Grayson having to then boot it away. Grayson under some trouble there, but he does manage to recover and get the ball away. 40 minutes gone in this game so far. 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels at the moment. Goal from Luke Rawson against his former side. Back to the unknown midfielder, then back to Austin, who tried to get the touch through the number 4, but it doesn't work there, and it's going to be out for a throw-in. Austin here will get the ball back for another throw. Throws it into O'Connor, but he's well robbed a bit by the number 8, Rowe here. Rowe's looking to do the audacious effort with Townsend out, and Townsend has to push it away from his goal. Doesn't catch it cleanly. He's now out to his feet. Can't blame Rowe for having a go with that one, but Townsend did have it covered in the end. Would have been a bit of an embarrassment if that had gone in. Townsend did get caught out with a few lobs last season. Ball going along, he had it out, but it's going to be a Stocksbridge throw here after Rawson had challenged for it. Back now for Austin here to have the throw. Austin throwing it down the line, looking for McElveny, takes a touch, looking for Rawson, then looking for McElveny again, but it's going to be tackled and then cleared down away. Back here to Baker, who slices the ball into midfield and slides back out by Chesterfield, but it does stay with Chesterfield. Number 9 slips to the 7, and they're trying to launch the counter attack here. Continuing to get down the right-hand side. The fourth backwards now. Stocksbridge have got their men back. Back to midfield for number 4. Looking to get it across field to number 10. Austin, though, volleys it away, but back here with Chesterfield on the left wing. They tried to keep it in, but they can't do so. It's a throw into Stockbridge on the right-hand side. Back here for Austin. Austin will throw it down, looking for Rawson, who Doesn't get a head onto it. The 11 does, but he heads out for another throw right in front of the Stocksbridge bench here. Stocksbridge trying to press forward, trying to see if they can nick a goal before the end of this first half. Then you throw it down and head back onto DeFalco, who's got some good turn on, and he's trying to beat his man. He's beating his man well, but a sliding tackle stops his advance even further. And McElvenney there, instead of trying to just continue the press, was appealing for the free kick, and that allowed Chesterfield to clear the ball away. But Rostin, good tackle in, and Rostin's going to carry on forward here. Rostin's just going to go by himself here. Then looks at the runner DeFalco on the right, finds DeFalco. DeFalco left foot across in, and it's teased, and no one can get a touch onto it. I think the offside flag was up though, even if that had gone into the back of the net. Free kick for Chesterfield, but again it's Austin here, this young right back who has been causing so many problems for Chesterfield during this game, both stopping their attacks, then making the attacks. So back here for the Chesterfield goalkeeper to take it. Taking long as the rain, I think coming down a bit heavier now here at Brackenmore as it's headed on by the number 4 before headed back by Austin and then clipped over the top by Chesterfield, and it goes back comfortably to Townsend. Throws it out to Jack Tinker. Tinker will carry it forward, lay it off now to DeFalco on the left wing. He's forced back to Tinker and then all the way back to Grierson now. Grierson here will then give it all the way back to Townsend. I don't think Townsend particularly wanted it though. Townsend's going to clip it on looking for Tinker here. Tinker chests it to keep it in. He has kept it in. Now he's going to look long for the run of O'Connor, but he just curled a bit that ball out of play for a throw in here. About parallel with the edge of the box for Chesterfield on that right hand side. Closing in on half time with 44 minutes gone so far. Into midfield with the number 4 for Chesterfield. Back into central defence for them now. Then out to the left hand side. And then to the 11 here. Looking to cut inside. Then come bounce off their midfield. They're looking for the overlap here. And they're going to find the overlap. And there's a good looking attack from Chesterfield. And they're looking to try and get Rowe in the middle. But it's way too ahead of him. And Townsend is going to come and collect it. Balls it out to O'Connor, who will take a touch and then slip it to Baker, who takes another good touch. And then out here for the left back, Tinker, who clears it away, but back with Chesterfield. Chesterfield having a bit of a rally here at the end of this half. Look to get it to the right hand side. Good play here for Chesterfield. They're bombing down the right. Tinker trying to block the cross. Cross comes in. Cross weren't too far from going in itself. Oh, flashes across the goal there, but it is going to be a goal kick. Townsend will most likely now, as it enters the 40th minute, keep his first half clean sheet. He will be replaced in the second half by Daniel Emery. So Townsend here will boot this one forward, looking for Rawson. Head away from him. Rawson will get the second touch, gets it to DeFalco, who allows it to bounce into his feet. He's looking for his options. DeFalco, I think, went for the shot there, but it was blocked. Goes that to Tinku, who quickly gets it onto the left-hand side. The offside flag is up, though. Stocksbridge have been caught out a few times. And that will be the half-time whistle. So in this pre-season friendly between Stocksbridge and Chesterfield, the Steels that are leading 1-0. It's the former Spy-right Luke Rawson, who after a really good pass from Luke DeFalco was able to smash it into the back of the net. It's 1-0 Steels here. We will see you in 15 minutes for the second half. Hello and welcome back here to Brecon Moor for this pre-season commentary between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Chesterfield Youth. It's 1-0 to the Steels after the first half. Luke Rawson, the goal scorer. We are preparing to kick off this second half. The music is down. The rain continues to pour. It's a proper Stocksbridge summer evening where the only thing out are the fans here because, well, this is the weather we're getting in the summer this year. Chesterfield have kicked the game off for us here. So Chesterfield in the blue shirts, red shorts and red socks, kicking from, sorry about that, left to right, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in the yellow shirt, blue shorts and blue socks kicking from right to left. DeFalco almost closed down the goalkeeper there. Yeah, but he is able to clear it out for a goal kick. So, back here. And it goes out here for Chesterfield to get the throw in now. I believe we've had a few issues with the stream dropping out during half time, but should all be fine as we've just seen two of the players running into each other. I think that might be a player that's come on. I think number 12 has come on here, but I have got everyone who's on the bench here. We'll run through the Stockbridge team as we believe it is, but what I'll tell you is obviously a lot of people on the bench are youngsters. I don't really know the under-18s that incredibly well. Definitely don't know them by look like I do the first teamers. Most of the team has stayed the same going into the second half. I suspect we'll see most changes around the 60-minute mark. As it's just O'Connor who wins it back in central defence for Baker. We didn't get the name of the unknown midfielder during the break, by the way. No one near me to let me know. We'll try and see if we can get Graham or someone who goes past. It's Austin on the right hand side who juggles the ball a bit and gets some applause from the fans here. Ross Goodwin looks very much pleased with that on the bench before it's cleared away. Austin now is getting, during half time from the fans here, getting so much praise for his performance in the first half. As I believe it's the number 12 who comes back and wins that well. It's McElvenny, I think, who's gone off. It looks like Baker's gone into right wing now, it seems. He's not long, and then Chester down and take away. So I'm just trying to identify. I think that might be Matty Lee at left wing, the second high scorer. And it's one high up there by DeFalco. Centre ball goes through and slip back to him. DeFalco trying to put it back in here. Well defended at the very last. Actually, Bailey Baker there was going forward really, really well. Tried to find DeFalco and the unknown midfielder, but couldn't do a second attempt. So we are going to get my notes up here and try and see if I can work out. So Rawson's gone off. I can see that. The goal scorer in the first half. Goes back to the right hand side. Is looking to try and get the ball in, but it's going out to play for Chesterfield throwing. Emery yet to go into the goal yet, so we're going to assume that is Matty Lee there up front and hope for the best. As it's really got on to by number 16 here. Leave it back here for Dolman, who's come on for Tinker during the break. Dolman in the number 7, which is strange, but whatever, we'll go with it. As it goes here with the 16. 16 looking for the run of DeFalco down left wing. Good find, goes back and tries to play it back, but he's tackled there. Goes down actually, but nothing given. And then cleared away to the 16 who picks it back here to Lee. Then back here to the 7 Dolman. It's left back playing at 7. What would the traditionalists say? Because it's back with O'Connor now. Gets it back to Dolman, just gets it caught in his feet a bit, but he carries on with it in central field before eventually losing up the ball. I think Austin's pulled into central midfield here as well. I think Nelson might be the man who has come on now. He's on the right hand side here for the 19, trying to get the beating of his man of Grierson, but the slide attack goes in and it's going to be a corner kick here for Chesterfield. And see Luke Rawson head to the bench. Cheeky wave to his dad from Rawson. And it's going to be a week for this set piece here from the Spirites. They're looking to get back in here. They're 1-0 down. Ball goes into the near post. Almost got to by Chesterfield at the near post. back onto the right wing, cross going in, but it's a poor cross and it's back over into the bushes behind the goal. So we are in the 48th minute at the moment, 1-0 to the Steel so far. Just trying to work out some of the substitutes that happened during half time. We hope Dave Tallon might have headed his way over here, but he hasn't, so it's still tricky for us. So Baker is at right wing now. Looks like Austin's pulled into central midfield, and Falco, as we hope we come. Oh, there we go, we're back. Do apologise for that outage there. Internet can be an issue sometimes, even with EE here. Not like another phone provider that doesn't do any signal to Stocksbridge, and it's just in the centre of Mill Row. Has to be controlled back to Falco, trying to penalise the defence, but in the end, it's going to go back all the way back to the goalkeeper. And Falco almost tackles it off the Chesterfield goalkeeper. Lee almost gets in on the defender. It does get a bit of deflection. Some problems here for the Chesterfield defence. It's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Again, DeFalco's going to go for his second attempt, and he does get away, but only back to Baker here. And Baker's going to look to turn it up. Baker looking for Lee on the left-hand side and bounce over. Lee's going to get it on the left-hand side, but he's going to have to go out to play. And his tackle as he tried to get it out of the box there to number 10 now. Yeah. And he's going to send it long here for the 19 to chase. But Dolman heads it away. Going to be collected midfield by Chesterfield, though. A bit too high for the 16 to get onto. Not the tallest lad in the world. And sent back in with the number 10 now. And then well by the midfield here. And then eventually bounce out play. It's going to be Chesterfield's ball there if it bounces off Matty Lee. Thrown into midfield, and it's a ball throwing. Alex O'Connor, for a second, didn't realise how lucky he was going to be. Onto the right wing, Baker looks for the overlap here. Nelson here on the right, looking for his cross. Puts it back here to Lee, and then looking for Austin, but the pass is short. And then the 32 is going to carry it away. It's going to go out for a play for a Chesterfield throw-in as the Steels try to pen it indeed there. 50 minutes gone in this game, 1-0 to the Steels. Luca looked to press there, the defence, but to be back into the end and cleared out. Well blocked now with O'Connor, appeals for a handball, not giving Grayson Piper, and O'Connor will come away. Gets it to Dolman at left back. Dolman will carry it forward here. Got a few options now. He's going to go himself. But now there's a push on DeFalco, and a free kick is going to be given on the very edge of the box. Argument there to say it might have just been inside, but he's a friendly who won't shout too loudly for that sort of thing. Been a really promising performance for a lot of these youngsters. Interesting to see how this ball in will go. So Connor on the very edge of the penalty box. One about 5 yards away from the corner of the box. And right-footed, he's going to look to see how he can get this in. Will he go for the curling shot, look to the far post, or will he try and just loft it over to the head of the rain, coming down even heavier now? Might even be able to hear it on the microphone. Going looking for the near post, O'Connor, but a bit wide. Comes off the back of the post, the back stanchion. My lord, that rain is coming down. What a beautiful July evening here in Stocksbridge. The rain chucking it down. God, you wouldn't think it's the summer holidays, would you? As the Chesterfield player comes away from pressure really well. Pass was a bit loose, but he still gets saved. But that's a pull back, goes it to Matty Lee. Matty Lee's going to press forward, looks for under 16. 16 misread it a bit, but he has got it onto the left wing now, close to the corner flag. Pass it back to Lee, but it's a bit slow and it's intercepted and knocked out for a throw into Stocksbridge. Ross Goodwin is the loudest man on the bench. He's shouting all the orders out right now to this young team as they go through to the Falco, looking to turn his man, but cleared away. Austin tried to stop it going further, but he's going to go all the way out now. Then knocked back here to I think it's another centre back here now for Stockbridge, who I don't know. Oh, but it's going to go through and then out of play now for a throw-in. I think that might be Charlie Ragg who has come on. I presume it's Charlie Ragg. Now he's trying to work out who's gone off. I think Needham's gone off, so we'll say him. On the right-hand side, Stockbridge on the attack here, trying to evade tackle, but can't evade that one. O'Connor goes in, wins the ball well in the field, tries to get it I'll put blocked by the number 7 and out. A play for a Steele's throwing. I'm going to say that no one's Mansell now, because that's who I do believe it is, just from who's up coming on and the positions of the various youngsters. Just in the midfield now, Rowe fighting for it, being battled all the way by Grierson, and it's going to go deep, and then it's going to be tackled there by number 17. Here comes a shot, and it's in the front corner. It's one of the under 18s. No idea which one. But it is Stocksbridge who are 2-0 in the lead. It's a tackle out of the pitch by one of the under 18s. Here, now the reserves now, who's won the ball high at the pitch and then slams it in the bottom corner with the keeper not really being able to do too much about it. Steele's now lead 2-0 against Chesterfield. Yeah, number 17. I have no idea who it is. One of the substitutes there. I would have a bet it might be Brad Adams. But honestly, this point, it's very August pre-season where I don't know who anyone absolutely is. No Graham, no thing. Roger, did you know that? You saw that? No. There you go. Trying to ask Roger. We don't know. No. Well, we'll ask Mark Fretwell just to confirm that after the match. But it's a big moment for the youngster who gets a goal in a senior game. On paper. A lot of youngsters in both sides today. Chesterfield knock it long here, but cleared away. And DeFalco is going to look to get on the end of it. He has to let it bounce. He's on the left-hand side. Got Matty Lee to the left of him. Look to cut inside. He gets a bit of a stumble. Pass it back to O'Connor. O'Connor's going to go for the shot. It fizzes. It's bounced back from the keeper who saves it with his palms. And Stocksbridge will keep the pressure on as Nelson's going to come down the right-hand side here. Ball goes in. Cleared away by Chesterfield, and on the second time to get it back away properly, and they're going to look to get the counter, but blocked by Dolman there, who gets into midfield, and then a bit of a slice one from O'Connor, and it's back in Chesterfield in the midfield. So it's all up that high pressure that won them that goal. I think it was Brad Adams. That we'll say if it was Mark there as it goes through here for Mansell, but it's tackled away from him. Goes back into defence now. Actually, it's the centre back up there. The number 17 who scored. It might well be Rag. I'm just not sure at the moment. I hope no like talent scouts are listening to this. In all honesty, people are thinking, "Oh, he might be a good commentator." It's a pre-season friendly where he knows none of the names of the youngsters because I've been given the names, but not who they actually attach to. Austin's trying to run onto this ball. Good sliding challenge. Keeps it in Stocksbridge possession. It's with O'Connor now. Austin is quickly become a fan favourite here. As he gets through here back to Austin. Austin's going to look for the run. He gets it to Baker on the right wing. Can Baker keep it in? No, he can't. And it's going to go for a goal kick. But I think Baker just couldn't do it there. As it's going to be a substitution for Chesterfield here. 4 subs for Chesterfield. And also, it's going to be a substitution for Stocksbridge. A couple of them, actually. Ben Townsend is coming off, so is Baker. Alex O'Connor being handed the captain's armband. So Daniel Emery, one of the people coming on. And then a number 15 as well. So Emery coming on for Townsend. Emery, who's yet to concede in pre-season when he's been on the pitch. And just by process of elimination, Adams must be on the pitch by now because I don't think I've got any other substitutes on here. I haven't. So that's everyone on the pitch now at the very least. So every player in the Stocksbridge is getting represented at least once tonight. 60 minutes gone in this game. It's 2-0 to the Steels as they've kept it in well on the right-hand side. Ball going back to O'Connor. Takes a touch, takes a shot, but it's blocked. Going to be fought forward, going to be played away back to O'Connor. Takes a chest. Left-hand side to Matty Lee. Lee looking to get down the line, looked at the beat of his man, but the 16 gets onto it well eventually in the second attempt, and it's cleared away. Grayson will have it covered, chested down. looking to pass it back now. And he will get it back to Emery. He'll take his first few touches of this game. Then to the goal scorer, the number 17, who we will identify after the game. And it's going to be won by Chesterfield in midfield after that ball up. And Chesterfield will now, we're trying to think how many senior players are even on. I think Alex O'Connor and Luca DeFalco are the only players, and Dan Grayson, of course, they're the only, and Dolman. So you've got 4 senior Stocksbridge players there. And let's be honest, they're probably squad players who aren't first names on the team sheet. Stocksbridge pressure is just forced to Chesterfield mistake and got a throw in for them as well inside the half, the Chesterfield half. Throwing going in, looking for DeFalco's getting pulled away, goes down, no free kick given. Lee's going to continue press. Lee's won it. Can he keep it in? He's going to put a ball. No one's there for the ball. But it's actually a poor touch there from the Chesterfield earned a corner. So Matty Lee's hard work there, earning a corner for the Steels. So it's another opportunity for Stocksbridge on this right-hand side corner to take it. O'Connor will go to take it. Got a few options in the middle here. Pretty much everyone up there on the edge of the penalty box. No one in the 6-yard area for the Steels, but they all run into it now as the ball goes in, but claimed well by the goalkeeper who under some pressure there. Goodwin a bit disappointed there. I think Ross Goodwin's having his audition as manager. Ian Richards, beware, as it's 2-0 up at the moment. Goodwin's definitely the loudest one on the bench, as Chesterfield do more forward a bit, but goes out playing off one of their players last, so Stocksbridge get the ball back with the throw-in. Now back in defence, sent long here, and Chesterfield winning the header, goes into the midfield, then we one right back, and back for O'Connor, who's going to knock it long. DeFalco chase, but it's pretty comfortable for their defence, who's going to give it back to their goalkeeper now, and going to clear it out. Yeah, looking for the left wing, but won't find anyone's out for another throw-in. Yeah, just to give you an update on another scoreline, because we don't normally do them pre-season, but there is a competitive match on today. In the Lincolnshire Senior Cup, it is the El Hadico. That's Cleethorpes Town versus Grimsby Borough. Cleethorpes winning 1-0 at the moment, but they are down to 10 men. They're sending off for Luke Hinsley. Throw in here for Stocksbridge. Down the line, headed back out, and then Austin gets the second header, but then Chesterfield get it back with the head and they head it on beyond the defence, but collected well by the 17, who's the goal scorer, and he's trying to get out of trouble and eventually clears it off a Chesterfield man to earn the throw in for the Steels. 58 minutes gone in this game so far. It's 2-0 to the Steels. And then it's just been slowed down. We take it as we wait for this throw in. Lee's calling for the ball already. He's in acres of space on the left wing. As it's the throwing gets immediately headed back out again for another throw in, about a few yards up for the right back taking. That's Dan Nelson. Throwing goes down, headed on, and it's Austin who tries to win it, but cleared right back out for another throw. Oh, it feels a bit like a non-league game now, with the way he just keeps getting booted right out to play again. Going into midfield, O'Connor takes a touch, tries to get beyond man, but the physicality stops him. And the 16 there wins it back to Chesterfield, and it's back in their central defence. Cleared upfield, and then one high up the field for them, and then tries to continue the attack, and it's a good sliding challenge from the Stockbridge that stops that attack. Out for a throw in here on the left-hand side. So, throwing goes in from Chesterfield, but it's won by O'Connor, who clears upfield. Chesterfield win it back, though it's a bit fragmented and recent, but Austin's won it really well. And Austin's going to charge forward. Austin's going to look for Matty Lee, and it's very close to getting in, but the 16's covered it well. Matty Lee may win it back on the left wing. He has, but then it's won back by the right back. Good duel between those two, but and the clearance goes off Dolman's knee, and it's out for a Chesterfield throw, and they're going to take it quickly, but Grayson gets a good header out, and he goes out for Chesterfield throw, and that'll have Steels to get a few of their defenders back now. Can we stop it if we want to check Grayson there? Going to stay down. But it will return. Sam Ewan's being told not to come on the pitch just yet. Throwing going to go in line, but well, Matterley had read it well, but he just wasn't tall enough to get the head on, and Matterley does win it on the second attempt and clears it upfield. Sorry, I got a bit of cough in the second half. I don't know why. Throwing goes all the way back to the goalkeeper from Chesterfield and into their central defence now. Going to carry it forward and they're going to knock that forward, but then it's winning midfield and then Stocksbridge winning back. DeFalco takes it back into midfield. O'Connor tries to get to it. Does get it on the second attempt after it comes off Chesterfield man. Dorman going to carry it forward. Dorman clips it over the top. And after a deflection, it gets here to Lee, who takes it central midfield. Tries to slip past to Austin, but Austin commits a bit too far forward. And it's going. But there's a foul on Lee in the build-up there. It's going to be a free kick to the Steels here. 66 minutes gone in this game so far. It's 2-0 to the Steels. A goal from Luke Rawson and a reserve who we don't know the name of yet. So it's O'Connor here. After some of the shots he's taken already, O'Connor, I think he's definitely going to take this one because this one's in a brilliant position, 30 yards out. Keeper's just checking his posts at the moment. And we will see if O'Connor can score a cracker. Scored the goal of the season last year. Here comes O'Connor. Runs up, takes a shot, and it's well over the bar from O'Connor, who can normally hit him a lot better than that. And it's not too far off, bouncing over the wall over at the far end and going on to Brackenmore Lane. That's not a good audition for him to take the free kicks regularly with Thomas Poole, who is normally such a good taker of them. And Thomas Poole, who's missed a few of them this pre-season as well. Back into Chesterfield defence, who get happy to play amongst the defence, and they've passed it right back to Stocksbridge there. Evade one challenge there, trying to slip through to Austin, takes a poor touch and then goes back to the Chesterfield defence, cleared away by the Spy Rights. Grayson's going to head it back in there though, and then Lee's going to head it into midfield. Austin trying to take the touch onto it, but it will evade him and be back with Chesterfield. Immediately gets pressure there from the winger, and eventually the foul's given, and it's going to be a Chesterfield throw in that Lincolnshire Senior Cup game. Chesterfield, Cleethorpes are 2-0 up. Harry Lewis there. As the ball goes to the right wing, the 16 trying to race onto it, but he gets a big shunt in the back, and it's going to go out for a throw in here. And it's going to be Stocksbridge throw as well. Well, we just wondered after the delay whether maybe Steel's got the slight touch onto it. They haven't. Here comes the throw now. Down the line it goes, but it comes off the arm of a Chesterfield man, but it bounces favourably for Lee, who bounced it off a Chesterfield defender. Going to carry on going down the line for it's booted away and smashes off the top of the Brackenmore stand. And just seen former Steel Dylan Yumby has come on for Bradford City. Last against Middlesbrough in a friendly. They're leading 3-2 Bradford City in that one as it goes to Austin. Opens up for Austin. Austin looking to slip it through, but I think a little bit of a nudge came in his back as he was doing it. That put him off and meant it was a bit of a poor one. And it's a pressing there from Stocksbridge on the right wing, who almost win it, but can't. There, it's going to go for a throw-in. Goes to O'Connor here, then back to the right hand side, and back to O'Connor. O'Connor going to give it back to Grayson here. Carries it forward, then gets to Lou, takes a touch, cuts inside. Then his pass is blocked, and he goes to 19 now for Chesterfield, who looks to attack. He's on the halfway line, passing to central midfield. Stocksbridge just a marauding pressing. It's another mistake from Chesterfield in the passing. It gives it right back to Stocksbridge with this throw-in. 69 minutes gone, 2-0 to the Steels, and they are looking far the better side, even with this really youthful team that will be competing mostly in the reserves next year. I know, obviously, this is the Chesterfield under-21s with Danny Hero's gone up, it seems, for them, but even so, this is very impressive from Stocksbridge because it's not like it's all our first teamers here. This is a mostly young side as Chesterfield throw it in and immediately pass it out of play. They look completely off it now. I think their youth coach here is going to be giving them a lesson of mentality after this. As Brown goes to DeFalco, he's being forced backwards, but he's tackled. It goes to the 19. Colty's going to send it down long, but Grayson blocks it away. And the Steels aren't quick to that one because the 26 come back and collect it on the seconds. But Austin's come back in defence, took the ball off him, and passed it back to Emery, who again has had nothing to do in this half. And he continues his streak of not conceding in the game for the Steels. Long ball going for Lee here. I think it's just going to be too long for him. It is. It goes out of play here. Throwing to Chesterfield now. Throws it quickly to the number 80. Going to be pressed here. Chesterfield not really being able to do much with Stockbridge's pressing game so far. As it goes long, bit of a deflection, it goes through 26, tries to head it on, but back to Grayson, who puts it in midfield, gives it back to Chesterfield here. He's a former Chesterfield man, maybe forgot what shirt he's meant to pass it to. As it's won there by Stockbridge in the win. They're throwing as well after that challenge, and they're going to try and take it quickly. It goes down the right wing here, continuing to go down the right. Got some space trying to pass it back, but two Chesterfield men around him, but that winger, the young winger, does really well to earn a throwing off the two defenders that were surrounding him. Trying to throw into the box to DeFalco, but there's a bit of a touch from the Chesterfield man who takes it away from him and then clears it away. Going long here, and it's the goal scorer 17 that gets it. Takes a touch, it's a poor one, it goes out of play for a throw-in. Chesterfield will get the ball back here. Going down the line, goes back and then clip down the line. He's going to go down the left-hand side, and it's going to go out to play for Chesterfield. Just poor passing from them, and it's going to be a throw into the Steels. Just want to take this time to thank all of our sponsors this season. We are really grateful for all of them. Without our sponsors, we would not have a football club, to be bluntly honest with you. So it's them that fund so many parts of this club, not just the playing squad and things like that, but just the ongoing thing of Stockbridge just launched a counter-attack here. Let's see if it works. If they get it to Lee here on the left, he looked trying to get the beat from his man. The 16, I think, has the coverage on him. He does, but I mean, the 16 I thought may have took a touch there before it went out. The referee doesn't agree with it, and it's going to be out for a throw. A goal kick, I mean. But yeah, if we had our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do it. So we just want to take this time to thank these 8 sponsors that have really helped us this year. So that's Airflow, UC Build, Presto, Steel FC, DB Sports, Future Fires, GenFab, and Bradford Brewery. If you want to sponsor the club, and that goes from either sponsorships from player sponsorships to not just player sponsorships, but to staff sponsorships, to advertising hoardings, to even the stadium sponsorship itself. So if you want your business to be the business name stadium, if you want that to be Brackenmore's future name, please go on to stocksbridge.ps.uk. You can go to the sponsorship page and see all the prices there and our contact details of Roger Gissing, our commercial manager, who will be happy to sell you some sponsorship. Flip through into the midfield. Connor gives it back to the number 7. Tries to get it onto left wing block, but he gets it back here. Gets a nudge, being forced backwards. O'Connor tries to get it, gets it with the sliding challenge. Through to DeFalco, flicks it onto the left hand side. No offside flag up on him. Needs some options, looking for the low cross. Mattingly tries to find 16, and the 16 was shooting, but the ball was stopped before it got to him. Chesterfield able to get it well. Great work for Mattingly. I know it's Mattingly because Mark started Mattia. And Stocksbridge winning up again. O'Connor takes a long range shot, and it's a bit of a skimming one that goes wide of the far post. O'Connor looks desperate for a goal in this game. Oh, look, Twitter have rate limited us. We are 73 minutes into this game so far. 2-0 to the Steels. Great performance from this young Steel side so far. Knocked it long, looking here to get it to 26. A really good pass here. And he's gone down in the box. There's no appeals for a penalty other than the 16, who's as far away as I am, in all honesty. But I think the fact that none of the players around it appeal will show you that didn't really have much credit. Stocksbridge will build on it and knocks it long, looking for the right winger here. For the Steels, the young right winger. Can he get to it before the Chesterfield man? The Chesterfield man gets to it further, but there's going to be a fight for it. Goes into the box further, but then it's going to be claimed by the Chesterfield goalkeeper. Can be carried out by the defence. Lucas Falco pressing, but then into centre field. O'Connor pressing as well, as now it's not long for the row in the 19 here. Looking to get the beat in a Dorman, but Dorman gets a touch and it's going to go out for a Chesterfield corner. So Chesterfield here have a chance to get one back here and cause some nerves within this young Steel side. Been a really good performance from Stocksbridge. Chesterfield haven't really had many chances at all. Can't remember a time that, apart from a audacious from Danny Rowe, nothing really to test Townsend in the first half. And this corner is headed away at the first time. There's going to be a volley from the number 8 here that he never really has control over. It ends up curling well wide. And I can see the boot back to Daniel Emery without a frustration from the Chesterfield winger who took that corner. So we've hit the 75th minute mark now. Steel's 2-0 up, Luke Rawson and a reserve. wearing the number 17 shirt that we will identify after the game scoring. Ball going long, headed on here by Dolman. Falco's fights for it. Falco might get underneath the man. He is going to get it. He's on the left-hand side, still has a lot to do. And he's turning. He needs an option. He hasn't really got one. He said he's going to turn. He looked for the shot, but it was blocked up by the defender. Still turning his feet. He's broke for his defender. DeFalco shoots well, saving the near post. Second attempt blocked, and DeFalco there just can't finish it off at close range. Great work from him to create the opportunity with very limited options around him. He used his footwork to get round the defender, but it's saved at his near post, and then the second attempt from DeFalco is blocked by the defender. Stocksbridge still on the attack. As I say, that kind of tried to get back to Dolman from the throw-in. Goes out of play. Falco there looking for his second goal of pre-season, having scored against Anzac earlier on. And DeFalco's played well in this game, especially with his pressing of the goalkeeper in particular, who I think has had a few nightmares tonight with the way DeFalco has ran at him. In central defence now for Chesterfield to get through to midfield. Austin tries to get in, misses on that first tackle. He's going to continue forward with it, spreads it to the right to the number 10, who's going to carry on forward. Cuts inside really well to get away from O'Connor. Tries to find the right way, but well blocked by Dolman, who's going to burst forward with it. And then eventually is tackled as two men are getting onto him. And now they're going to try and make the advantage of that space that Dolman's left. It is on the right wing for the number 19. Trying to get down to the line here. And they're going to try and bounce off defenders. Go out corner. It doesn't. This next cross goes into the box. Clear way to the edge of the box. 16 here. Look for the space. Stocksbridge trying to prevent it. Goes down the right. A bit of a clumsy tackle in. He stays on the feet. The 16. And eventually Stocksbridge able to clear to the edge of the box here. The number 10 here going to take the shot. It's a fizzing shot. Smashes off the bar and down. And not in though. Closest Chesterfield have come there, incredibly close there for the Spy Rights. They're still on the ball, taking a shot, comes off a stuck defender's foot and then into Emery's arms. And Emery, who has not conceded a single goal yet in pre-season, thought he might have there as it came off the bar and down off the line and back out again. Just noticed the other goalkeeper, Ben Townsend, in the stands here now as well. Hey up, Ben. Obviously was my co-commentator for the Maltby Main match in the Sheffield Senior Cup back in January. Hey. And some poor bloke is sitting next to him. Back for the Chesterfield goalkeeper now. Into the centre defence. Here for them. Going to carry on taking it forward now. It gets through to number 10. Here he's going to look for the right wing. Here comes off the back of the 19. He's going to go forward, but well recovered around Dolman, who tackles him. He's been forced down into the corner flag. And here, he passes into centre defence and Grayson slices his clearance away. The Stocksbridge fielder does get a touch onto it, goes out of play. Going to be a Chesterfield throw here as the rain again pours down. Back to the 16 now. Who's going to have this throw in. Throws it into midfield, goes back to him now, and it's going to be forced backwards. And Austin continues to press him, and it goes out play, but Austin did get the last touch. It's going to be another throw in Chesterfield's way. Throws it in, and then ball not long. Headed out, though, again. I think this time, though, it's headed from out of Chesterfield man, and Stocksbridge will get the ball back from the throw in. Really good forwards. And just see my mum's commenting now. Let's hope these results mean that the team means business. God, you don't speak English in your comments, do you? Anyway, but from what I can gather, you're thinking hopefully that some of these positive results, because obviously, should this result stand, Stocksbridge will continue to be unbeaten in pre-season. And the ball not back here for Lee, who tries to get it through his man, but blocked off. Noah thrown for the Steels here on the halfway line. Rangers continuing to bore down. How is this summer? It is absolutely miserable here at Brackenmore. So a good crowd in the end. Thrown here to number 12, who just about keeps it in. I thought he kept it in, but actually the linesman says otherwise. I think he did keep it in, but then again, Ross Goodwin's not complaining. He complains at everything, so maybe it was actually out. 16 throws it into the midfield, into the number 10, forced backwards. Two defenders challenging, forced back into defence and all the way back to the goalkeeper. He won't get pressed though. I think with some, as that touch showed, it weren't great. I think they should have continued to press it. Back into central defence now for Chesterfield. They're going to try and get through into midfield. It's pressed back now with DeFalco after a good tackle there. They're going to get down the right wing, DeFalco, but he is going to be robbed of the ball and going to be back with the goalkeeper and then slice forward. He's going to go into midfield. O'Connor's going to take it. Chest it down, going to take the shot, blocked by the 35. Here, Goodwin tries a appeal of handball from the bench, but definitely wasn't one. As Chesterfield look to pass it away out of defence now. And it's Matty Lee who almost wins that tackle from number 10. And it's going to go back to the goalkeeper immediately. First touch clears way. Austin looks to fight for the ball. He loses that fight, goes to midfield, and they're going to spread it on to the left wing. And that touch has got him beyond Nelson there, but then it's the number 17 that comes back, defends it, and it's gone out for a throw-in here to Chesterfield. So we are 80 minutes gone, and it's 2-0 to the Steels so far in this game. And as the throw-in goes in, Stockbridge immediately foul, and it's going to be a free kick to Chesterfield. Quickly taken. It's going to be a short one. Goes all the way back into their central defence here. And then pass through. Going to be immediately cleared and going to be not long and out into defence. Going to be challenged here by Lee, but well avoided and then not through. And then not through good play as a 45 takes it off the number 2, but he's going to be tackled. And then Dorman will get it back and pass it back to Emery, who takes touch. He's going to be pressed. And he slices the ball a bit, but he does get to Austin. Heavy touch from Austin, and he loses the ball because of it. And now Chesterfield might have a chance because they've got some space as they're going to go into the left-hand side of the box here. But well back from the right winger of Stocksbridge, and then Austin will get it thanks to that pressure. Clears the ball off, and then the winger will carry it forward. Gets it through, well, tries to get through to Falco. Sliding tackle blocks it from him, and then Stocksbridge gets the ball back, but then give it back to 35, and then it bounces off to Falco and goes onto the right wing here. Not great passing from either side at the moment, but Stocksbridge tried to get it forward, but they are tackled by the 6. Chesterfield fighting for things still. After their head seemed really down a bit ago, they have picked back up again. That crashing shot off the bar seems to pick things up, but Lee's just intercepted that though. I think it was I tried to boot it away. It came off a Chesterfield player and back into their possession. It's with the 19 on the right wing here who's carrying on down with it. Back with the 16 here, and he's going to be challenged here as these semi-pro youngsters are currently beating the professional youngsters. Back with the 11 here, going to look forward to get into the right wing, looking here for Adams, I think he is on the right wing, but he is tackled, and then Chesterfield might turn this into an attack, and they found some space on the left-hand side here. They're going to have some space on the left hand, going to try and break through, but well tackled and well knocked out into midfield. They're going to build that away. Gets it to Austin, who tries to get it back, put some pressure on him though, and Chesterfield went back. Chesterfield having a really good end to this game, I'd say. Struggling just to link their play together at the moment. Ball long from Chesterfield, and it could bounce favourably, but Emery's out, and he's going to boot that one right back out there. And it's going to bounce over the head up to 16, and then back for the 35 to collect. DeFalco will look to keep them honest as it goes all the way back to the goalkeeper now, and then back to the central defence. And then carried forward there, and then on the left-hand side, and it's going to be broke through here. Good from Chesterfield as they put it into central midfield now with the 32. Then to the 8. He's been pressed here, and they might be mistaken. They've robbed the ball off him here. And on the right wing, Stocksbridge have a chance to break. 3-on-2 at the moment, but the defender's really quick getting back and quicker than the Stocksbridge attacker player getting forward. And then eventually the pass forward is blocked and Stocksbridge attack is over, and Chesterfield will look to launch a counter of their own, and they got it to the 19 on the right wing here. The 19 facing up with his man. 19 few step overs, trying to get past. Gets the ball passed on with the cross, but is blocked in the box, and then Dorman will collect it, and he's going to charge forward himself with it before trying to knock it on. It just deflected the ball through, but it does get to DeFalco, who finds Matty Lee on the left-hand side here. Lee's forced backwards, though. Lee now looking for the run of Dorman on the left-hand side, who is charging forward. He's not going to go options in the middle here, Dorman, and he's just going to get shoved off the ball pretty simply there, which is a bit disappointing to see. But the clearances go back into the midfield. It's a Mansell. One touch of passing here, goes back to Dorman. Good sliding challenge, robs the ball away from him though. And then it's 1-2 passing here back to Chesterfield as they look to find space down the right. They're fighting for it still. They've run it for Grayson. He goes to the 26. No offside flag as Grayson. And there's the offside flag. Quite delayed here, but eventually goes off and, well, he hits it when he goes down there. It goes very close to the corner flag. Very delayed offside flag from the linesman here as we enter the 85th minute now. As we look like we're going to have a bit of a break. I think there might be a Chesterfield player down on the sideline here that the referee's just coming over to talk to. Very different place to where I am now, because I believe, as I've just had a reminder, 11 years ago I was at Old Trafford for the Olympics when for Great Britain's game in Senegal. Very different. It was a beautiful day and a beautiful evening, and very different to this sort of evening we're having here, which is absolutely miserable rain, as we have a bit of a drinks break here at the end as there's some discussion. What? We're just having a bit of stoppages at the moment. Some drinks. It's definitely not a drinks break for the heat. Which I don't. Maybe we'll get an Indian summer and in September it'll be boiling here. It'd be nice. Right now it is absolutely miserable weather as we are officially just over a year on from that incredible heat wave that last year that tore us all apart. So we really did. We all struggled to deal with. And now it's back for Grayson to take. Well, Grayson who's going to take this free kick to the offside flag. Takes a few moments before sending it long here, looking for the right wing here. Drops deep and it's just going to go out of play here. Going to go back to Chesterfield for a throw in. And it's going to be on the left back, so thrown forwards. Takes a touch. Takes a turn around, trying to beat it. But it's still with Chesterfield to find Stocksbridge's pressure to get it out well to the number 10, who has been improving throughout this second half. Out to the 19, who's going to run at his man, Dolman now. Going to take it down the right-hand side for him. Continuing to get forward really well. Going to try and get it into the box here. Poor ball, and Steels are able to clear that one out. Gets it to DeFalco, but DeFalco goes behind him, and the first foul collects it. And it's a offside flag is given. DeFalco there was offside. DeFalco looks very, very confused by that. Anyway, ball goes through and going to be trying to get it into the box. And then it's going to be collected by Grayson, who's trying to just allow that to go back to Emery. He does really good to resist the pressure there from his attackers, from the young defender who is more used to playing in Chesterfield and will be playing for this side for some of the season as well. Him and Dolman, who are playing for the Steels today. Emery now will take the chance to get this one away. We're closing on the end of this one. Sent long here, looking for it, and he might get it onto the right winger as the header from the Chesterfield thing goes backwards. He's trying to keep it in. He said he's actually going to let that go up for a throw in now. Looking for his options here from the throw in. He's got none really. He's instead going to have a change of throwing taker. One goes to DeFalco now. Back into the right wing. There's not got many options in the box, and it's going to bounce off of Chesterfield players. They try to get through there, and eventually they get away from DeFalco, who is trying to push his way through into the box, and then Chesterfield are able to clear, but only back to O'Connor, who heads it back into defence, but then it's cleared right back out. They're going to try and keep this in. They can't. It's going to bounce out over the advertising hoardings on the opposite fence here. An advertising hoarding you can get on our website right now. 88 minutes gone in this game so far. As a really weird sound is happening here at the ground. I think some lorries braking heavily somewhere. Goes out for another throw in here for Stocksbridge. Throw goes on the right hand side before back with Stocksbridge trying to break through. Chesterfield of all the men trying to stop a ball going into the box. They try and tackle him, but instead it's going to be knocked off a Stocksbridge player before going out for a throw in here. Goes right down and then headed out by a Stocksbridge man. Goes for another throw in this again to Chesterfield. And it's headed back into midfield by Chesterfield. Oh, Stock's trying to put pressure on him, but he's got number 10 got through well, but then blocked by that midfielder there. The one who came on in the 4th minute is almost a full 90 for him. Very impressive for him. As well goes long here, but blocked there by Dolman. Dolman, heavy touch, trying to get it through to Lee. Lee tucks inside now. Lee now essentially looking for his options. He's going to look to get it to DeFalco on the left wing. DeFalco collects it. He's got Dolman as an overlap. Finds Dolman. Just needs some options in the middle. He gets past one man. Dolman continuing to go through. Tries to find an option in the middle. No one can get to it. Goes to the right-hand side. Needs to pass it. He's got a player in space. He said he's gone with himself. Look for the shot. Takes a shot. It's gone through and just wide of the far post. Great play from that right winger there. Again, this is another player that I'm not sure who it is. But I'm surprised that he didn't go for the midfielder that was offering himself in a lot of space, but he almost made it worth it by going for himself. himself, just wide of the far post for him. Remains 2-0 as we enter the 90th minute here. Looks like we probably will get a couple of minutes added on for this second half as Stocksbridge have won the ball in defence here. Fretwell shouts his orders out on the sideline. Sent long here for the lad who came close here, but it's well too beyond for him. He's going to go up for a goal kick here. And that will be full time. So Stocksbridge Park Steels with a really young lineup, a lot of reserve here. Part-time reserves have just beat the full-time young youth team of Chesterfield. It's 2-0. Luke Rawson scored the goal in the first half. Great play allowed Luca De Falco to slip a pass through to him before Rawson smashed one in. Then in the second half, the number 17, who we will go and identify, you will see that on our Twitter later on today, he tackled high up the pitch and then finished smartly from close range. It finishes 2-0 to Stockport Steels against Chesterfield. I've been Adam Allcroft, your commentator today. Our next match is on Friday night. It's another youth team. It's Sheffield Wednesday on Friday night. We'll see if we can claim a victory over the Owls. This commentary has been sponsored by Jason Ross at Carpet Fitter and Supplier. We will see you on Friday night for that next commentary against Sheffield Wednesday. We will thank you very much for listening, and we will see you then.